Time to remove the old jet ski pads. Broken and falling apart. Held on with duct tape. Ripped half of it off already. It's all cracked on the inside. I'm going to fill these holes in the back and wrap them with new jet trim. What are you laughing at? Pads removed. Make sure you wear your safety glasses.
I do, but yeah,
Dremel tool.
I
We're going to get in here and we're going to rough this all up. Rough it all up. That way it'll make a nice bond with the new fiberglass resin. So each of the holes are roughed up pretty good, ready to go. And if I didn't explain why, these holes normally hold like crap in the fire extinguisher, whatever, kind of useless. And the new trim mats that I received actually cover that up. So we have to fill that in. So it has something to bond to right here, not all squishy there. Get a hole poked in it. So that's what it's going to look like. Now the hard part's going to be to get this duct tape in here and put several layers to hold the fiberglass sheets and resin, so we only have to fill, you know, a nice little layer here. Okay, so I got that idea from some sailor video when they could actually reach the back of it. But what do these sailors know anyway? This is a jet ski, so I'm going to try something different. Forget the duct tape. I'm actually taking this old life jacket and I'm going to pull some of the foam out of it and see if I can use that to fill the hole, shove the foam in there, and maybe glue it in and see if that'll work. So I actually got a pretty decent chunk of foam out of the life jacket, and I'm going to use that to fill the hole. I'm going to take the old pad here and I'm going to use that to trace out a nice little circle. So I'd suggest cutting the foam like probably an 1/8 inch bigger than the hole that you marked from the existing pad, the old pad. Gives you a little bit of play to, you know, just shave some edges to make it fit, because it's not a very circular spot. Just make sure it's set back enough that you can get plenty of fiberglass in there. I'm going to go ahead and super glue those in. So the foam pieces are all glued in now, and I decided to go ahead and take the rest of this paint off so that when I fiberglass this all in, it'll have a nice good bond and I can do the whole thing smooth. Weird thing is this paint's coming off. I'm getting down to a layer of purple, which is plastic, so it's almost like they fiberglassed in this piece of plastic at the back here. Maybe just this thickness. I'm not going to take that all the way down, but it's just interesting. I mean, this is definitely more like a plastic, so it'll be a good bite for the fiberglass versus just a scuffed up. So now it's time to make the epoxy with the fiberglass. I went ahead and cut out a few circles of this extra thick stuff that I'm going to put on there, and then I'll probably cut out some more circles of the thinner stuff, and then obviously cut a bunch of that up and put it inside of the resin. Mix it all up. I don't have the exact science of how it's to be done, but I think what I'm going to do is going to work just fine, and it should make this nice and hard, and then we'll sand it down and get it ready to cover with the new mats. So that's it. First layer of goo is on. Just going to have to let that sit overnight and harden, and then we'll put another layer on and sand it all down. Hopefully I mixed it right. Cross my fingers. Gotta go do this one now. Well, some bad news. You have to learn from my mistake. Since this plastic I was talking about is set inside of the fiberglass, this did not bond very well at all to the plastic. I need to use a different type of resin for the plastic. So make sure you're using the right stuff. You can see it's not really sealed right there, and it moves just a little bit. I'm going to grind that out so I can cover this up with some of the plastic resin, so it'll hopefully bond better. So we want to make sure that this seals in good, because you don't want water to get in there and get stuck in there and rot out your fiberglass from the inside out.
So the audio here was really low for some reason. In this clip I was just trying to show the sanding after all the epoxy and, as well as the fiberglass resin that I used to patch some other holes is dry, and sand it down.
Here is the finished product. Pads over the fire extinguisher holes, all gone. Came out okay. Pads were a little brutal. I'd say don't use the weldwood, which is one of the ones that they say in the video that you can use. It did not work for me at all. The 3M 90 works pretty well. Actually, maybe it was a combo of the two because I ended up using both, but anyway, looking good. So, took the ski out for a ride this weekend. It went very well. Pads held up nicely. One thing I wanted to point out that I noticed when I got out into the sun, I'm not sure if you can tell here, if you do not sand this perfectly underneath, it's a little bit lumpy. You can kind of see it. So if you want to take that extra time and make it look just perfect, I would suggest sanding it down really well. I sanded mine okay, but could have took some more time if I really wanted that not to show.